Good afternoon or good night to everyone. Welcome back to Interactive Studios, where we showcase the latest and greatest games. Today's game is The Sinking City. Now, it is an action adventure mystery horror video game. It's a bit of a mouthful there, and I'm super excited. I've heard great things and I've seen great things about the game. I'm a little scared but more so excited to be showcasing this game for you guys. If you have any questions about the game, you are more than welcome to ask. It is available at your local retailer, so you can check it out. We've got some links in our description of our favorite retailers where the game is available, so make sure you guys check it out because you're gonna want to. You're so gonna want to. Alright, we're gonna start a new game. Maybe if I can change. Oh, it's okay. Okay, difficulty level, we're gonna be a newcomer. And we'll see how we go there. Let's start. Alright, so the game is inspired by the works of horror author H.P. Lovecraft. So you know it's going to be a scary, an exciting and intense game if the game was inspired from his horror work, which I've heard crazy things about. I mean, it's so detailed and I'm super excited to see how they incorporate that into this game. So if you are watching from Facebook or from any retailer websites, don't forget you guys can definitely interact with us here in the studio by pressing on the chat box. And if you are watching on Mixer and you're new to the channel, make sure you do give us a follow as we have great stuff coming up for you guys, because we're here to interact and help you with any queries that you have about the games that we play and to have fun, of course. Maybe have a few jump scares tonight, but we'll see how we go. So it is an open world detective game where your progress or your outcome is determined by the decisions you make, how well you interact with your surroundings, how well you pick up evidence and clues. So the outcome is dependent on your progression through the game. Alright, oh, it's starting. I recommend watching the trailer for this game because watching the trailer made me so intrigued. So we play a detective, Mr. Reed. It's Charles W. Reed. So he's a personal investigator. He was a war veteran. He's a special guy. So he starts having hallucinations. His mind going crazy. I don't want to skip it. I really want to watch this. We're not skipping any of the cinematic scenes. If you know me, I love cinematic scenes. I love getting involved into the story, and I'm so excited to get to know this story. The sound effects are giving me chills right now. Looks like he's underwater. He's on a ship underwater. What? Imagine going through those nightmares every day. Alright, so we're on the Charon ship. Let's have a look. We've got a handgun. Oh, here we go.
Hope I never have to use it, but something tells me I will.
Yep. Okay, we've got a pistol. Let's have a look. Dear Mr. Charles Reed, as you requested, I've researched the outbursts of hysteria and visions in the city of Oakmont, Mass. It turns out that your assumptions were correct. Such cases are indeed more frequent here. Men and women from across the country are drawn to Oakmont, haunted by visions similar to yours. A city drowning, the presence of something great yet unknown. Ooh, mystery. As luck has it, I believe we have stumbled upon the source of your ailment. Okay, so they've found the person who might help us. So we're going to go to Oakmont as soon as we can, and we will meet Johannes Vanderberg there. Can we scroll? Okay. So we've got the letter. So we can press for more information. So the casebook contains your main case, which reflects your overall story progress. You can work on more than one side case at a time. Okay. Cases contain information about your investigation in the form of evidence. Some pieces of evidence have icons that hint at what action to perform. Okay. So casebook, we've got evidence here. Evidence contains crucial information. Yep. We've got the map. So this gives us information about all the little features that we've just been exposed to and what is yet to come as well. So you can see like combat, diving. We've got Mind Palace. So investigation of the main case reveals clues for your Mind Palace. Press to open the casebook, then switch to Mind Palace. Okay. So I think it'd be really good to go through and read this. For sure. Okay, let's go back. Let's see that. We got a folding camera. Are we supposed to take a photo of that? Ooh. Ooh, we've got like a melee weapon. It's like an axe. I don't think we have that. Okay. Let's keep having a look. We got some gunpowder, some coil springs. So there is a crafting aspect to the game. You'll be able to craft like ammo, because you pretty much build an arsenal to kill these monsters. What is that poster? That's a little bit creepy. We've got some photos. So take your time investigating each
Never
room.
trust a tourist advertisement.
Oakmont. It's definitely waiting for us.
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
So, what is that? We get a drum gun. I'm pretty sure it's a drum gun. Let's get out of here.
Now get out.
Oh, it was very nice. He was very nice to us. Okay, I can't really interact with that at the moment. Ooh, how did I load? Okay, so I've just crouched. We're gonna get out now. I'm gonna climb.
At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet
In the
you.
flesh indeed.
Johannes Vanderberg, at your service.
Johannes,
I did promise to meet
okay.
you the moment you arrived.
Ah, much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Reed does look like a
Please
true
call me
detective.
Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its
Yes,
finest
definitely.
hour. Though it is
Very different
its
to what we
most
normally
important.
stream here. It's good though, it's good. Okay, so what about my problem? What's the deal with this city? Nice suit. Do we want to compliment his suit? Hey Ash, how you going? I didn't even say hi. How rude of me. What's the deal with this
Reaching
city?
Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I found didn't mark it, and this rickety
So this
package
game
ship
is
the
based
only
in the
one that sailed here.
1920s
Why
of
is that?
Oakmont.
Oakmont is no
Oakmont.
ordinary place.
And as
its
he's
unique
explaining,
geographical
it is no
position
ordinary
and
place.
The flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed.
Yeah, we made
I'm
it.
sure the tides
So there's a
of fate
flood
would
that
have brought
has
you
kind
here
of
one
run
way or
through the
another.
city, and it's made some areas hard to get to. So we will be using a speedboat which will help us travel and get to drier areas. But we could swim, but we don't want to swim because being in the water for so long can affect our sanity levels, and it can do some damage, which I'll explain as we progress through the game. So let's go. The flood.
What about this flood?
It
find out more
began 6 months
information.
ago. Storms raged for several weeks, and the water has risen ever higher without receding. Now the city is cut off from the mainland. I must say I rather like it.
So as he's explaining, Oakmont is isolated and there's dwindling resources. And what's happened is the social order is deteriorating. And I'm pretty sure that bullets has become the newest currency. So we actually don't use money, we use bullets in this game, which is going to be really funny about my
you
problem.
know someone who can help me with my problem. Visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
Okay, where is
How can
he?
I find Mr. Throgmorton?
We haven't
Sorry,
complimented
you
his
can't miss
suit yet.
Throgmorton
He's probably
tends
waiting
to
for a compliment.
stand out from the crowd.
That's an
Okay.
eye-catching
Eye-catching suit.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. A mere flood is no excuse for one to abandon one's style.
I take it you're a big fan of yellow.
Well, I have a particular weakness for it. Call it a personal quirk.
I feel like because it is an investigation game, any dialogue that takes place, we need to really pay attention to. So I don't know, like complimenting his suit, his choice of yellow, that might play later down the track. So I'm going to just try to remember that.
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you.
Ooh,
There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds
Devil Reed's
charming.
Hotel.
Don't
We
judge
saw
a
that in
book
our
by its
dreams.
cover.
Alright. How do I get to the Devil
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
How do you fill your days, Mr. Vanderberg?
I host a philosophy club for the like-minded intelligentsia, gathering seeds of thought like moths drawn to a flame.
Does Oakmont really have...
There is no consciousness without pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for clarity than times of hardship.
other places? Like what?
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I've highlighted the police
Okay.
station, city
So we will be
archive,
conducting
newspaper,
investigations, so those
places you'll
places are
need
going to
get to the
be of use to us for
This
sure.
city is insular, its ways mysterious. No one would...
Well, that's it for now, I think. Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No. The pleasure was mine.
Oh, before you go, how can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds you.
Ooh, very mysterious. Alright, so we've got the map. So there are 7 districts to Oakmont. We can see Salvation Harbour, the Shells, Advent, Old Grove, Coverside. We've got Grimhaven Bay. Do we miss any? And we've got Reed Heights. Seems like our area because our name's Reed. So he's marked the area, the main areas that we're going to be traveling to. So we've got the university. There's a university. So we've got the library. We've got City Hall. And we can see there's the Chronicle there. I think that's where yeah, that's the Devil's Reef Hotel. What else have we got? City Port. Must be a hospital. Another one. Oh, that's an asylum. Okay. And we've got the police station. And then majority of them are in the cover side. Okay, this is going to be super interesting. We can place markers delete it. We can place different types of markers. So we've got danger, mystery, treasure, or blocked passage. Okay, I think that'd be good if we come across something later down the track where it's blocked. We can mark it, and then we know not to go through that way when we're trying to figure out our best course. Our inventory. So we've got the pistol and I've got a submachine gun. Okay, what else we've got? We've got a first aid kit. And that's it. What else? Skills. So we're actually able to increase our, you could say, investigative skills. So we can see there's some really cool things. But we're obviously going to have to require the first skill. We need skill points. So we've got knowledge points. We've got 1. Okay, so there's lots of things that we need to pay attention to. We've got the city. Ooh, I'm so excited to find out more about this lore. I really want to see them dive into H.P. Lovecraft's work. Mythos, casebook. So we've got a current mission at the moment. Let's go. We've got find Robert. So Johannes Vanderberg said that I need to find find a person in the Oakmont port by the name of Robert. Okay, so he's in the port. So we can pin evidence. Wow, we're like a proper detective. So let's place this one on map. And if we go to our mind palace, we've got no clues that are lurking there. And we can make deductions as well. This is so cool. Alright, let's go. Leave Yellow Man there. Okay. So the evidence was collected. What is that? So I know there's a lot of cultists in this game, so there'll be people part of a cult, and they'll just freely worship in the middle of the streets. Very chaotic, this game. Got some weird creatures already. Kneel under the bar. Oh, under the Neil Bar exit. Okay, I just realized. Ooh, that seemed. I think that's Robert.
I don't care about your petty excuses. No one leaves the port until my son is found, and that is final.
He does stand out.
Excuse me.
He's an ape.
Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator. Just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be
From
able to help me.
Boston.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
He's very ape-looking, but he's not an ape. He's not a mutant. Maybe, I guess, the floods have done something to his face, or just let him grow excess hair. Alright, let's crack down now. So what happened to your son? Let's
If I
find
may
out.
ask, what happened to your son?
He ran
Why
away.
do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well,
we're
like
trying
I
to
said, I'm
investigate.
PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers, mark my words.
Okay. Your features are unusual. I feel like this is an
Please
insult.
forgive the question, but I've never met a man quite like you before.
That's because no man measures up to the Throgmorton lineage. Proud and powerful blood flows through our veins. My father united with a certain royal family, which has blessed all our offspring with these exquisite features.
Blessed? I don't know about that. Okay, what do you know
I've
about
heard
the
you're the man to
visions?
speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom
He
of it myself.
does.
Another
Does.
newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouth-ridden city will do a damn thing.
I take it you're
Wow,
the
he's not
biggest
very
fan of
happy.
These Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damn city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the Shells. They
Okay, we gotta
are
remember those
everywhere.
areas.
So they're just refuge.
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every...
Vera.
Sorry, did you just say Vera? What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider. That is, if you want to fit in. It is a fascinating
So
place.
Oakmont is
Vera
a fascinating
means
place. They've
fine.
made like their
I
own
was saying,
dialect
We have a deal.
as he's just gone through.
See. Thank you. I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Dane, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, this fisherman supposedly brought him to the house, and then left to call me. But when I arrived here,
Anything else?
clearly something suspicious occurred inside the house.
Okay.
Where's the house where this all happened?
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye. Was standing right in front of it.
Wow, he's very
You mentioned
nice.
a lifeboat. Is it still around?
Yes. Face the house, then to the left is a beach that borders a fence. You'll find it there.
Alright,
As much
we'll
as
be
I'm
going.
enjoying the...
Find my son.
Okay, so that's the house. They said to the left, and we'll find the beach. Okay, this is the beach. No? Oh, here it is. We found it.
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania?
What is that?
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it? Something with this helmet.
Can't catch a mackerel since those Innsmouthers took over the fishing business. Can't catch a mackerel since those Innsmouthers took over the fishing business. Can't catch a mackerel since
No
those
one's very
Innsmouthers
fond
took
of
over
those
the fishing
people. Can we talk to this person?
You like it here, newcomer? Well, get used to it. No one leaves Oakmont nowadays.
Seems like we're gonna be stuck here. Oh, I thought we could come up here. That fish doesn't look so good. Alright, guess not. we should not... You can see my sanity bar, so the blue bar, it was going down by staying in this water for too long. See how it's dropping down? So we know that the water affects our sanity. Your sanity will increase over time, but it will slowly increase. It's not a rapid increase. But you can increase it with antipsychotic drugs. You can definitely increase it with those. That will give you like a quick fix. Okay, so now we know what we can do with this. Let's go back inside. Oh, nice. Like an Eden shark. We should probably go inside the house and speak to the people that brought him in. I like how there's just like sea creatures all over the floor.
I've said everything I know.
Okay. Very interesting. What's in there? There's like... Okay. I think it's good to just pay attention to everything. Because I don't want to miss anything. Oh, we can go upstairs. I did miss a portion of the downstairs area, but we'll go back.
Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, my head. What? Who are you? Are you police? I already told them everything.
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis. We were here. This is our house. Barry was outside on his business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son. He was unconscious, barely breathing. Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. Then he started to make these horrible sounds and... Okay. My head began to burst. And he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing. Just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me...
That sounds familiar. Tell me about yourself.
Name's Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. It was that or starve.
Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. Kay be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything. And I have no idea where Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to.
So they're using the dialect, like I don't understand, because he keeps saying K. Who is
Who
K?
is this K you keep mentioning?
Outsiders, show some respect. Kay is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry, I didn't know.
We've got to pick this stuff up.
Do you know how Paul died?
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was already gone. Kay, have mercy on his soul.
I'll leave you to it. Take care of yourself, Will.
Please, detective, sir, Tell me the truth. Could it be me? Did I kill Paul? Or... Kane? Did I kill him?
I don't know yet, Will. The police will stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest.
I'm afraid of what I might dream.
Alright, so we've got some new evidence.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
No one seems to have faith in us. Is there they said there's a dead body on the floor. Where is it? So that's Paul.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp. I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten
See
to a
our
pulp.
sanity went down. So our sanity will drop if we enter a disturbing scene, or we have like a disturbing encounter as well. And it will affect our perception of the surrounding environments. So we need to make sure our sanity remains up. Not a very nice place to live.
Choo choo.
Having a little fun there. Ooh, we got some alcohol and some metal scraps. Alright. Should probably go back downstairs. Collect all the evidence there. Oh, there's another room. There's got to be a way to open this. I think you do it up the top, no?
So that's what an Innsmouther looks like.
Ooh. So they kind of look like they've got grills.
So that... Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much. Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work.
I want to open this, but how? Okay. So, Throgmorton and the Innsmouther feud. One fisherman is missing. Then suddenly psychotic outbreak. Albert returned unstable. So we could make deductions if we wanted to. But I feel like we need to collect a little bit. Some more. We've got to collect more evidence. So our casebook at the moment. Yeah. Let's go downstairs. So you really have to stay focused and just explore every aspect. You know, the more evidence you pick up, the better. That way you can make a clearer deduction and kind of wrap your head around things. Imagine living in this place, like what it would smell like. Is that everything? What's in here?
Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed.
Okay. I think we've got to do this upstairs because I'm pretty sure I saw a ghost when our sanity started going down. So we'll go upstairs. There were stairs.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
I'm so certain we saw a ghost.
5 cards short of a full house. I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here.
Ooh.
Glenna, Nehri, Glenna, geb heil, nu gullein haften.
Okay. What was he saying? Was that all there was there?
Glenna, Nehri, Glenna, geb heil, nu gullein haften.
Okay. That is so cool though. Don't tell me there's monsters already. Where did that come from? Okay, I think that's because my sanity's dropped. I'll go have a look, burn for eternity. So this is what happens when your sanity drops. You can see how our surrounding starts to change.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer. And keep your hands where I can see them.
There's lots of like whispering. What about, is there a policeman here? Go back inside. Back inside.
Choo choo.
Choo choo. Having a little bit of fun there. Oh, we
It
didn't
would
look
take
at this.
tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
So, retrocognition allows you to understand events that happened in the past, inspect enough evidence on the scene and a vision will emerge, step into it and find all the critical scenes. So we can mark the scenes in chronological order to gain new evidence. Okay. Here we go. We found it. So we step inside this and we get to see what happened.
Take this, ape face.
Okay, so it looks like they're abusing him.
Yeah, run!
So we need to be able to put these in order. There's more.
What's happening?
Okay, let's see what we have here.
So I think this goes first. That's number one.
What's happening?
That's got to be number
Take
two.
this, ape face.
That's
Yeah,
got to be
run!
number three.
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
Ooh, so exciting. Okay, so key evidence found. Thank you, Burn for Eternity. You were really helpful. So now we need to go to our mind place. Okay. So he attacked the fishermen. He, okay. So he returned unstable. I don't know if this is part of our, I guess, what we're looking at the moment. Or maybe it is. So he returned unstable. Maybe that should be the first thing because there's the feud that's ongoing. No. So he returned unstable. Then there was this, then he attacked the fisherman. Okay. Let's keep going. We're not done. Okay, so we know that he was unstable and hence posed a threat to the remaining fishermen. So he returned unstable and there was a sudden psychotic outbreak. Yes. Go back to our clues. Okay. Nope. So, as an Innsmouther, Lewis and his people suffered at the hands of the Throgmontans. That could be a reason to hate them. Okay. So we've got some... We've got some deductions already. So now we can track down Albert. Wait, should we go back up to where he would have fled out? So you can see how much detail you really need to put into this.
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee. There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
Okay.
Let's see what you find.
Seems like we
newcomer.
found more than you. So we're following. This is so cool. What did we find? Looks like a bullet.
So the fisherman pursued Albert. Even let off a few shots.
Okay. So let's go to our mind place. Palace. So Lewis pursued Albert. Still fleeing. Obviously wounded.
Even though Albert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Robert wasn't exaggerating when he said he raised him strong.
Alright, where to next? Oh, that scared me. Alright, looks like we're going inside. Okay, I have a feeling something's gonna pop up. Okay, we're in the warehouse.
There's something in the pocket.
Lewis, please just give me one more week. I know I owe you, but I'm underwater like everyone else right now. I don't yet have enough stock to operate the bar smoothly with the fuzz snooping about the port. But don't worry. Oh, it sounds very shady. Very shady. Okay. Oh, I don't want to go downstairs. Let's have a look at what we can find. Thanks for that, Burn. Okay, let's go upstairs. Oh, what's that? That's a crate. Looks like we're going downstairs.
The blood is fresh. Whomever it belongs to could not have got far.
I really hope nothing pops out at us. It's so dark. Oh, the music, like this sounds at the moment is very suspicious. Very suspenseful. Okay, so padlocks are weak plank, and weak planks can be broken with a shot or a melee attack. Okay, looks like we're gonna do a melee attack.
Door won't budge.
Oh, what?
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
Oh no, 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 why are they moving? Okay, we got it. What was that? So we know that there's lots of little creatures and monsters in the game that we're gonna have to encounter. And we just encountered our first one. Ooh, there's another one. But it's dead. Oh. How come that one disappeared but this one hasn't? Is it still alive? Okay, is there anything in here? It's just there on the floor. No, I don't think I have. So he was shot to the head. Alright, let's go to our mind place. Palace. Keep calling it place. Alright, so Lewis pursued Albert. So the bar owner is indebted to Lewis. Okay. So Lewis pursued Albert. No, hold on. Albert fled when wounded and Lewis pursued him. Okay. So Albert was murdered and Lewis left the crime scene. No. Okay, but poor Albert was shot dead. Okay, so we do have a skill point. Let's spend it. Pretty sure we do. We've got a knowledge point. So we've got combat proficiency, vigor, or mind. I feel like mind, maybe? And stay sane for slightly longer. That would be cool, I think. Let's check out what the other ones are. So we've got set traps twice as quickly. Or we can keep an extra bullet loaded, gaining a chance to deal double damage with the pistol. Okay. Or we've got carry 7 more pistol rounds. Or when close to death, slowly regenerate a limited amount of health for one last fighting chance. Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. Okay, we did it. So now we have no more points. We've got to earn more. Thanks for the suggestion. Alright, I don't know if there's anything left in here to investigate. Is it possible to see how he died? No, we just know he was shot. Can we climb? Yeah, we can climb over. Oh, there's money. Can we take... Oh, that's right. Oh, it's not money. It looks like money. It's a cloth. Yeah, lots of eerie sounds that are kind of freaking me out. I mean, it is a horror game after all. So we've got to try find this bar now. So it's possible that Lewis is hiding in the bar. So he's got to be here somewhere. Oakmont's a very lively place. Oh, this is the bar. Okay, how do we get in there? I'm guessing we gotta go around.
Hey, got a spare bullet, fella?
I ain't eaten in days.
So instead of money, they actually use bullets as currency. Alright, let's try to find all this evidence.
Come closer, troubled soul. Let me tell you what your future holds.
You're some kind of, fortune teller?
Yes, my dear, yes. Oh, it's so clear. Your path holds many surprises, newcomer.
Nonsense. Do
Really?
tell.
Like what?
Not so fast, newcomer. I see many things. For a small fee,
Do we
I'll
believe
tell
her,
you
though?
some of them.
Alright, how much? $1?
Your money has no value here, newcomer. After the flood, Oakmonters deal in the practical. Booze, smokes, and bullets. And I'll make it easier for you. I don't smoke.
Alright, one
Let's hear what
bullet.
my future holds.
Good. Let me focus.
I don't know if we should have
The sea
spent
will be
it, but-
generous in the coming days. Many gifts delivered, and many will regret partaking.
I don't think I follow.
I see old and new. A hard heart against an iron will. Whoever wins, you win too. But you'll only see that from inside a metal cage. And tall pillars, circled by the dead. A race from one to the next, as time itself laughs.
We're probably so confused.
I think I'd like my bullet back.
It is what it is. The truth will out soon.
Why do I feel...
Did we get scammed? Scammed? Who knows?
Welcome to Under the Keel. What do you want?
What do you want? I need to find Lewis.
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah. Even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
As it happens, I know you owe a debt to Mr. Flynn. Trouble is, I found your note near the dead body of Albert Throgmorton, son of Robert. So, it seems Lewis is in trouble.
Robert's not
Might
going
have
to be
even come
happy
here
to
to
hear that
hide.
his son's dead.
But you hand him over, and he won't be back to collect what you owe. Get me?
Rock. That would explain the blood. Fine. If it gets me out of this mess, you can have him.
So,
He's upstairs. Here's the key. You gotta promise to deal with him, once and for all. But save the shooting for outside, huh?
smart man. There's your good deed for the day. I've seen some unsettling...
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. No one knows what they are, but consider yourself lucky to still be in one piece. They
How do these
arrived in
people
the
live
flood.
with these beasts
Some
running
say they come
around?
from the sea. Others that they are Kay's punishment for us.
And what...
If it bleeds, you can kill it. Keep your gun handy. And if you want to erase the memory, I sell a perfect cure right here. Remember, better to be a coward and live than...
Bye.
Goodbye.
You want a drink?
Don't do that again.
Can we go behind the bar? We can too. We can pour ourselves a drink. Someone hasn't washed the dishes. Okay, let's go up. Let's pay a visit to Mr. Lewis.
What the... Get the... Oh!
What? Everyone's really weird.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing?
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son,
So that's
Albert,
what they look like.
I think you know why I'm here.
Throg. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault.
They called him
You
an
hear
ape.
me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
Ooh.
I got nothing to hide.
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
Really fascinated with his appearance.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape.
Wow, look at his hand.
Turns out, I was right.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
Do we believe him? Do we... Why do you look like that? Why
What
do
kind
you...
of... why do you... your face, it's,
Oh, so you're here to attack me just because I look different to you? Want to spit on me, whisper to your friends? What's new?
no, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to ask. I've just never met someone like you before. I didn't mean any offense.
Innsmouther's bodies were blessed by the sea. You're gonna see a lot of us here, so you better get over it. We are proud of who we are.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons.
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only always conspiring behind our backs. Always...
You mentioned a grand family.
Yeah, what's his grand family?
What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
We have a very lazy
Okay.
face.
People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition, reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont, there's the Carpenters who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess.
Right, those filthy apes.
Filthy apes.
Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
I think I've got...
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family.
Well, I don't know. Do we believe him? What are the consequences for this decision, though?
This is not exactly cut and dry. I need some time to think.
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds. I still have a few bullets on me.
I don't know. Extra bullets. Should we take the deal? Is it worth letting him go? Alright, we'll do it.
It turns out I arrived here unprepared for business. You give me a little something to get started, and my lips are sealed.
I feel bad. We're shady. We are so shady. Like I said, like your actions will I can still sell him out if I feel bad, but then I'll feel bad for lying. I'd rather just be up and honest. Maybe I'm not cut out to be a detective. No, is that his wife? But what about the deal we made with the bartender downstairs? He's not gonna like us. Alright, let's go to our mind palace. Okay, so Albert was murdered. Oh, oops. Oops. Okay, so psychic influence or not, Lewis was out to murder Albert Throgmorton. He had a motive to the mutual hatred between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmonters. I don't think I'm saying their names right, but we'll just roll with it. I must tell Robert Throgmorton the truth and bring the murderer to justice. So we took his bullets, but we were still going to turn him in. Oh, okay, so we can have different... Okay, we don't have to. I've just figured it out. Alright, so we'll read this. Lewis killed Albert Throgmorton while under some sort of mental influence. He couldn't control his actions and thus can't be blamed for Albert's death. I could try and cover for him or else Robert... Okay. We'll stick with this. But if I'm being honest, my gut feeling is that...
Please, I told you the truth, I swear.
I feel like he did it on purpose. I mean, the bullet was right in the middle of his head. I'm sure if you were under the influence, like, I don't know, to get that accuracy, let's just see what happens. This is not the only case that we're going to be doing. There's going to be so many cases where we get to investigate. Another thing that I know is that we're not given, like, if we need to go somewhere, it's not going to be highlighted on the map. We actually have to figure it out ourselves. So they might give us information like on the corner of this and that street or south of this street. So we actually have to check the map out and look for it ourselves, which is going to be so crazy. Alright, we're ready to talk, sir.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
No.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
No. It cannot be true.
That's sad though, that's his son.
No, no, no. I don't believe it. No.
I've tracked down your son's murderer.
Where? Who is he?
We can just go straight goodbye.
Bye.
We literally just said we found your son's murderer and we're just like, bye.
Bye.
We're doing it again. I found your son's murderer.
I tracked
Bye.
the murderer down, but
Oh.
he was attacked by those...
Oh, I didn't mean to press that.
Back
But
alleys.
okay, it looks like we're covering for
It was
Lewis.
that Innsmouther fisherman, Lewis. He was covered in your son's blood. That may have attracted the beasts.
Are you certain the body is his?
Beyond any doubt. All that's left of him is a heap of flesh and this scrap of cloth. It's from his jacket. Just ask his friends.
We just lied. I feel like it's gonna come back to us
This was my
later.
revenge to exact, not some wild beasts. Something must be done about those pests. Still, justice has been served. This isn't closure.
Yeah, it
But
does
at least I
sound
know now the
entertaining,
story.
Burnt, for eternity, like figuring out the
Mr.
map. We haven't had the opportunity
I hate
yet,
to press
but
you,
I'm
but do
looking
you
forward
think you
to
could
it.
help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Kay, to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't.
Yeah,
Right,
police.
Remind me,
Better at your own
what
game.
brought you to Oakmont?
I think I'm going mad, Mr. Throgmorton. I see things, visions, and I needed to stop. I was drawn here, or guided, or I don't know.
Later
But I
in the
believe
game.
the
Ooh,
source
I'm
of this
exciting.
madness is here
I'm excited,
in
not
Oakmont.
exciting.
You're not wrong, Mr.
I think I'm going crazy.
An inexplicable hysteria spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
Okay, so why a geological?
Geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
These men have gone crazy.
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader, complained of them herself.
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture, a sleeping giant, drowned streets, and a voice calling from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition.
So it seems that everyone's having the same type of nightmare that Reed is experiencing as well.
You mentioned the flood. You think it's more than just a natural disaster.
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened defied scientific explanation.
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it.
His son just died. He's very composed.
Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
You think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week that Albert...
It does sound...
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on.
Let's talk
What
payment.
about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port.
Ooh, what did we get?
I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throgmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
Alright. So he's a busy man, but I assume he's just going to remain standing there. Alright. We got 2 new cases, I think. Alrighty, so let's go to our casebook. Oh, let's check out law first. Mythos. Fortune teller's prophecy. That was very intriguing. I see old and new, but we'll see everything from a metal cage. Tall pillars, circled by the dead. How exciting. Like, I want to find out what she meant. But that's not priority right now. So we've got main case, which is lost at sea. So Robert gave me a key to the expedition's headquarters. It is in northern Coverside at the crossroad. Here we go. We've started. So it's in northern Coverside at the crossroad of Asher Road and Hubert Avenue. So Okay. Place on map. So, where... I've completely forgot the place. Was it Old Grove? I have the worst memory. No, Coverside. And it was Asher Road and Hubert Road. Where they cross? We're just going to put the marker there. I mean, if we go back to our casebook, the northern... yeah, the crossroad of Asher. Okay. We actually put it on the map. So now we've got to try to get there. Where are we at the moment? We need to access a road. Through here? Go that way. That's right. What are those creatures? They attack? It's like a little doggy. But like a preacher dog. Didn't we see police blocking off the... Oh, there it is. I'm quite nervous about seeing these creatures. Should we change our weapon? Yeah, very nervous to encounter some of these monsters. Uh-oh. What? I think we're hallucinating. Yeah. So we must be at the Devil's Hotel? Devil's Ridge, was it? Don't forget to reload your weapon. That always happens. Okay, so we've got to find the remaining expedition members. Albert was the only known survivor and he's dead. But how... So maybe it wasn't Lewis that murdered him. Maybe we saved an innocent man.
Crew of the Cyclops. Semper Fortis, brothers.
I will take note of that. Thank you, Bern. So I don't know what exactly sank the USS Cyclops. Did I say USS? I only remember the screams and metal creaking, water filling the deck, and my headache, the worst I've ever had. I found myself among the floating seaweed, drowning. A nearby piece of boat helped me survive and reach the shore of a small island. They found me on it later, starving, half mad, and babbling about the ancient ruins and their denizens. The officials said none of what I thought I'd seen was real, but my memories are true. My strange powers gained after that ordeal prove it. I found something horrible on that island, something old and dark and slithering, and it still haunts me. Okay, so we found part 1 of the diary. I'd love to keep reading that. Please, dear Mr. Reed, I understand that you are a private eye that caught the murder in the port. My life is in danger and I cannot trust anyone in this city. Okay, so I'm in despair. My studies have drawn the attention of vile forces. They stalk me. I've cast my lot. Okay. What do we got here?
Never again, they say.
Oh, that was at army tag. All that we see or seen is just a dream within a dream.
Never again, they say.
Cool. Okay, we got a first aid kit and antipsychotics. Is that our wardrobe? Ooh. That's nice. I like that. Mr. Reed, you were the rare example of a man who treated one of my kind humanely, and I feel... He already gave us bullets. Run. Save your life and leave this drock city. Don't dig into its secrets. So that was the thank you we got. Oh, okay. So we did pass out. Imagine using this toilet. What a nice place to stay in. Alright, enough. We need to go. We gotta get to work. Ooh, what's this? Alright. Okay, there's our
Makes
read.
this place feel more like home. I miss Boston already.
So people actually live here. Okay, the fishermen talk of a place near the Blackwood Manor on the southern part. The southern part. Wow, I think I'm going crazy. My sanity is definitely dropping. The southern part of the Whisper Street. So that Blackwood Manor, where meetings occur in the dead of night. The locals don't like this part of the eastern Grimhaven Bay, because Grimhaven Bay is down the bottom, because they seem to fear those who gather near the half-built ships. They say a certain book is read at meetings. So we know there's a lot of cult stuff occurring in the game as well. So is this where the person who survived was staying? Because this place is crazy. The private hospital in Western Reed Heights where the surgeon worked has been abandoned. The archives say it is on Bourbon Road between Innsmouth Road and Oak Street. Okay, so I feel like we've got some side quests to do, like some side investigating. Wow, we've just picked up a lot. So if we go to casebook, there's lots of side cases. Lots of side piece, lots of side cases. Alright, let's get out of here. Whose room is that? Oh, that's our room.
More like home.
That's our room.
The door won't budge.
Finally, you're awake. Gotta tell you though,
I feel like he needs a shave.
You want to stay on here? You stop making all that noise.
Noise? What noise are you talking about?
I expect my guests to be respectable. Moans, chanting, all that kind of thing. It stops, all right?
Got any proof it was me? It could have been one of my neighbors. I slept like a rock. I didn't hear a thing.
That's exactly what a newcomer would say. Don't think your yellow-clad patron means you get away with everything.
You're not exactly friendly with your guests.
All these newcomers after the flood, they're stark raving mad.
What do you mean?
You can't imagine the crazy notes and books I find after they move out. Only thing they're good for is lighting the kitchen stove.
Can I have a look?
I knew it. I tell you, no one sane would be interested. And you want to take a look? Well, fine. Take what you wish.
That'd be interesting to see the hat. So wait.
I'm watching you, newcomer.
Anything we can take. What is that? It's a shell. So this is where all the food's kept? I hope it's fresh. We'll do that once we come back. Thank you for that. Alright, let's go. We gotta get on our way. So we can fast travel to Devil's Reef. Alright, so we need to go here. If we go casebook, we're gonna place on map, and we're placing it there. Now we gotta go to it. Okay, so we're gonna use this. I'm excited. Oh, that was a very quick ride. That was a very quick ride. There's all these little creatures. I'm really intrigued to see the effect on people.
You look tense, honey. You need to let loose.
You were good, thank you. What was he eating? A rat. Yum. Wow, just look at the town. Like it's you can really see the effect of this flood. You can really see how this social order is just deteriorating. Oh, this is it. It's got to be here somewhere. Alright, this seems to be it. Yeah, we found it.
Guess I don't need the key.
Someone broke the door down.
Someone smashed it beyond repair.
Someone obviously wasn't happy. I mean, look at the damages they've done.
Are a few damp papers all that's left of the expedition? Are a few damp papers all that's left of the expedition?
Wow. This is so intriguing. But look how low our sanity's gotten. What was that? What? He just started shooting at me. Was that meant to happen? I don't know. I will do, thank you.
Guess this helmet's beyond repair.
Okay. Where's the other crow? Am I missing something? Oh, there it is, there. Okay, so the following must be unreadable. Okay, so I'm guessing delivered to Grimhaven Bay no later than Friday. MKV diving suits, so we need 6 air tanks and pumps, 4 canned foods, personal belongings, research equipment, do not unreadable, air pipes, phone station and wires. Okay, responsible for deliveries. We cannot see who's responsible. I'm still like shocked we killed someone. Alright. We haven't found all the clues though. Let's go up.
We don't have time to pick it. Stand back.
Okay. So they've kicked the door down.
Grab the papers. Smash the rest.
Ooh. They sound like Innsmouthers.
I fatah me fe I regach I dagon.
Is it gonna be hard to put in order?
Burn it all. Make sure you get the adverts.
Time to figure this out.
Okay. They obviously break in first.
We don't have time to pick it. Stand back.
Drop the papers. Smash the rest.
But who's here? They don't look like... I'm just gonna see how we go.
Burn it all. Make sure you get the adverts.
Several men broke into the expedition headquarters. What they didn't smash, they burned. The archives, even the newspapers.
Oh, we were right. We did it! Oh, cool.
Can't say I ever saw another show like it.
Interesting. What is in there? Whoa. Why would they have that there? Eels. Nasty.
These samples glitter in a weird way. I wonder where they came from.
Alright, let's go to our mind palace. Alright, so cargo manifest. So the cargo from the expedition was taken to Grimhaven Bay Pier. Burned documents. The expedition headquarters was vandalized. With Innsmouth syndrome, is that what they're calling it? Broke into the expedition headquarters and destroyed everything in sight. They burned most of the expedition archives. Yep, so we know that. Yeah, they don't look very friendly, do they? I want to avoid swimming in the water at all because I have this big fear of something like grabbing me from underneath, so I would definitely avoid the water. Alright, can we connect the two information points that we have? So the expedition archive is lost, but I still have clues to follow upon. They left the city on a frighty from Grimhaven Bay. Alright, so shall we go back to Robert? I think so. Let's get out of here. So now we're going to go back to Robert. Oh no, don't tell me that. As long as I'm kind of protected, we'll have to see. Don't forget, guys, the Sinking City is available, and we have been playing on the Xbox One X. Like I said, it is available at your local retailer, so check it out. It's super fun and it's super intriguing if you love a good mystery game and a horror game, as it is influenced by the horror writer H.P. Lovecraft. You will definitely love this. We've got some links in our description for you to check out, so make sure you do so. Alright, we need to go back to... we need to go back to... what's his name again? Robert, that's right. But how do we know where Robert is? So they left the city on a flight from Grimhaven Bay. So should we go to Grimhaven Bay? Let's place on map. Okay, let's just set the marker for here. I mean, was there more information on it? On Oakmont Chronicle. Research the clue. Okay. So let's go to Oakmont Chronicle. Let's go to the map. Which is here. So can we place mark there? Perfect. So let's remove this one. What is that? We're gonna see some crazy things playing this game for sure. We should definitely reload. What's in here? Can we
knock it off!
Oh, we can't talk to people. Why is the music so suspenseful? What's happening? Where did people disappear to? They just disappeared! They're gone! Oh, there's that guy we saw before. Is he following us? We could possibly be followed right now. Okay, so we need to go to the Chronicle. Which...
Hey, knock it off!
They've got lots of clothing stores here.
What's your problem?
You're in my way! Ooh, what's this? Oh, we're not even there yet. I see something. Because it's obviously on the other side. We shall go.
Don't do that again.
Don't do that again. These people are so friendly. I feel like we're gonna stay forever. That whole time we were trapped. What happens if we bump there? Oh. Sorry. Oh, where'd his stick go? Does it regenerate? He's not happy with us. Okay, I'm sorry. We'll get out of your way. Alright, we're here. Finally here.
The old papers are by the door. Take them and stop bothering me already.
I think you've got me confused with someone else.
Aren't you a newcomer?
Help me out here. What's the connection between newcomers and old newspapers?
It's cold sleeping in the street, and they come to collect the old newspapers for warmth.
The stick just disappeared.
Yeah, I guess I am a newcomer. Charles Reed, private investigator. And I also need your old newspapers, the archive, to be exact.
Ah, so you're the one who cracked the Albert Throgmorton murder case. Nice work. I'm Helen Bland. Say, can you do me a favor? Give me an exclusive interview. You won't regret it. The Oakmont Chronicle is the best newspaper for miles around.
Alright, do you still want that interview?
Oh, absolutely. We know that you're the private eye who solved the case, but tell our readers something more about yourself.
I'm a former Navy diver. Served on the USS Cyclops, and after the war, I found myself in Boston. I've been a private eye ever since.
Oh,
okay.
A brave sailor. Well, I imagine you'll get accustomed to local life easily. We have plenty of water around here. Maybe we'll have the chance to work together later. Who knows? And now the big question. Why are you here?
Yeah, I hope she's noting this all
What brought
down.
you to Oakmont?
Currently, I'm tracking down the source of the psychic phenomenon that's been causing madness and visions all across the country.
Yes. It affected people here, but we were much more concerned with the flood. Though Robert Throgmorton sent an expedition.
Yeah, and then hired me to find it. Ironic, don't you think?
I think that's enough for now. I can't give the readers too much all at once. Thank you for your interview, Mr.
You're
Reed.
welcome.
My pleasure. Maybe I'll do something interesting enough to make... See you later.
Bye. Straight bye. Okay, so archives contain topical information. For example, City Hall holds general data about citizens and organizations, while info about specific categories of people like criminals or patients, so they would be found in the police or hospital records. So that makes sense. In the casebook, evidence may have a hint icon indicating you need to do some archive research. So in the archive interface, select the piece of evidence you wish to investigate, and then choose 3 criteria to search for. Okay. So where is this archive? Here we go. So the Lost Expedition. So this is what we're investigating at the moment, and you can see no, sorry, we're doing this one, the burned newspapers. So the expedition archive is lost, but I still have clues to follow up on. They left the city on a so if we go period after the flood, people, is it commoners or journalists? Okay, it'd be advertisements. Actually, maybe it's commoners. District, Grimhaven. Oh, we're gonna do 3 at a time. Okay, let's search. Okay, what about if we change people and we put Grimhaven? Okay, no information. What if we go journalists? There's no information. So maybe I was right the first time. What did I have? I had commoners. We had advertisements and we had period. Oh, we got the advertisement. Okay. Alright. So if we go casebook, so we were right. So the 30-ton ship, Titania. We're good, we got it. So if we go... Whoops. So we got to search location. So if you see an icon and you don't know what it is and you don't have someone like I have helping you, just go to the information area and check out go casebook, and it actually shows you. So we had to search archive, so that little book, and then we've got the search location. So if we go back, so we've got to search for this. Alright, so it can be found at Pier 3 at Oakmont Port. So if we go map, here. No, that's not danger. Delete. What if we go casebook? So place on map. Yeah. Alright, cool. Let's go. Goodbye for now. Wait, how do we get out?
Extra, extra. All the news that's fit to print. Buy a paper, mister?
Oh, look at this guy.
Hey, knock it off.
Wow, okay. Whoa. Where's our boat? I don't remember where we left it. Is there another way to get there? There's my boat. But it's on the other side. Are they actually going in the water?
Damn newcomers.
No one seems to like me. Oh, what happens if I knock this person out? Does their stick disappear? Oh, sorry. Sorry. We had another stick disappear. Is that a person or a creature? That's a person. I gotta pay attention. I don't want this creature to just pop out of nowhere. So you gotta remember where you park your boat, or you can just check the map. Ooh, okay, this is an infested area. Is that where we have to go? Yes, unfortunately it is. Alright, we're on high alert right now. So wait, is it just like... So we're gonna go down, then I'd say is it turn left, then just keep going all the way there. So we've got to get to this port. Okay. Alright, here we go. Run. Run. Is this how fast we can run? I don't want to waste bullets when I can outrun some of these things. Oh, what? Quick, quick, go, go. Oh, no. Maybe this way. Go, 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 go. Into the fire. Alright, we've got another boat. Is this the way? Yes. Okay, that was close. I have chills right now. I think it's good that there's no, like the monsters aren't everywhere, which is good because then it would be repetitive, whereas I guess it's more challenging having to go through areas where there's monsters. I don't know, like I would be bored if it was the same thing over and over again, but luckily it's not. Fixing the boat there. At least someone's doing something normal. What are those creatures? They're really funny looking. He's here, right? I'm very interested in the individuals in Oakmont. Okay, we need to get on the other side. We got a fast travel point. This is where we collapsed. And we made it. Is this it? Where is this person?
Thank you. At last. Hey, help. Help.
What's going on?
Sea creatures. Swarmed over the piers. I hid here, but these walls won't stand up to them. Please help me.
What are the creatures?
What creatures?
What are we talking about?
What are you talking about?
Wild beasts. They came to feast on the blood. They eaten the...
I'm looking for Captain Sanders. Is he here in the port? Did the creatures get him?
I saw...
Oh, okay. Alright. So, if you are crouched, hostiles are less likely to detect you, okay? Enemies may harm your sanity as well as your health. Some enemies have unique abilities that may come as unpleasant surprise. Yes, okay. Ammo and supplies are scarce, so scavenging, crafting, and quest rewards are the only source of supplies. We know guns don't reload themselves. So where are these sea creatures? I see one. Can I shoot it from here? Yes, we got it. Because we know they move. They move so quickly. Is there more?
They emptied every chamber. Still stinks of burnt powder. Shot dead. Point blank.
Ooh. Our sanity isn't looking too good. You right there, Reed? Poor guy.
Gotta be out of your head to do this to a man.
What? So our sanity drops rapidly, as we've just seen, at disturbing scenes. So we've just looked at 2 people who have died, and we saw that our sanity drops. Now it does increase like it has just now over time. Whoa! Or you can use antipsychotic drugs as well, that will increase it.
The monsters sure didn't leave behind much.
Wow, imagine...
Monsters sure didn't leave behind much.
So this is it. This is it. Are there more monsters?
They were in high spirits, and plenty of them were drinking.
Ooh. A lot cleaner than we've seen. Definitely a lot cleaner.
Cape Cod. There were marks here, but they've been erased. This would be a weird artifact in any collection.
True. I, Captain Sanders, hereby agree to take on board my vessel, Titania, and any persons designated by Robert in the cargo detailed in the attached manifest, as we've seen, as well as to provide them with any and all necessary assistance up to and including depth measurement, as well as diving support for underwater exploration and marine life observation, which would be so interesting to see. Okay, so Cod Bay, but they're confidential locations. Okay, so Cod Bay. Was it Cod Bay? Yeah. Oh no, we get to see what happened. Okay. This is going to be interesting to see.
No more drink. All we've seen. And you telling me we ain't allowed rum?
Okay.
To the mayor with you! Die! Die!
So they were going to kill someone.
You can't take me! Eat this!
Let's get a handle on what actually happened here.
Alright, so it looks like they were upset because of the rum case, like they couldn't get rum. So I'm gonna go number 1, because that makes sense as to why they would attack.
Drink. All we've seen. And you telling me we ain't allowed rum?
I'm gonna go 2.
To the mayor with you! Die!
Or maybe 2 and 3 are the other way around.
You can't take me! Eat this!
For whatever reason,
We got it.
the crew went berserk. Only one man got away.
Ooh, that was creepy. Alright. So we pretty much covered that. Cleared the 2, there was only 2 of them. Those monsters. No, I don't. How are you going today? Alright, let's go Mind Palace. No, they don't work together.
I've dealt with the creatures. Now, tell me
Talk.
about Sanders.
Time to talk.
I got back several hours ago. Those things, they came because of him.
What kind of man is
This
Sanders?
What kind of man is he?
Newcomer. Seemed like a decent guy. Okay, Captain. Treated his crew well.
What happened on the Titania?
It was horrible. A damn massacre. I heard the shots. I went out. I saw the whole thing. Sailors bleeding, dying. Blood hit the water, and then... well... then the wild beasts came to feast.
I gotta find
Where is
Sanders.
Sanders?
Where is he?
Saw him get away. Just after the shooting. Ran for the pier. Didn't see where he went after that.
Did you see anyone else from the expedition?
No. Only Sanders. I'd bet my life no one else made it back.
Well, we know the son did, but he died. Okay, so we've gathered some useful information. Let's go Mind Palace. So the harbour master saw Captain Sanders leave the pier, the only survivor of the fight on the third pier of Grimhaven Bay was a man badly wounded in the shoulder. So Captain Sanders is the wounded man and is now seeking medical aid. Okay, so... oh, there's someone trying to... they're knocking on the door! I love watching what happens. I don't think you're gonna get let in.
Don't do that again.
I was just trying to help you. Alright. So we gathered all evidence, which is good. Now let's go to our case book. Okay. So the harbour master, blah blah blah. So he's now seeking medical aid. So what we need to do is we go to the hospital and check out the records of any patients that relate to Sanders, which is what we're going to do. So we're going to place that on the map. So where is this hospital? Here we go. So how are we getting there? That's a good question. Alright, so we just follow these roads. We're gonna have to take a boat and then travel through Whisper Street where there's danger for sure. And then to go through there. Or we could... no, I think that's the best way.
Hey, knock it off!
Looks like we have a few markers. So we can remove this. We can move that as well. Hey Furry Fighter, how are you going today? Alright, we're off to the hospital. We're gonna have to cross that infested area though. We're just gonna bolt. We want to save bullets for now. Who's this?
You're the man who handled the problems in the port. Seemed like a sharp sleuth. Want to make something on the side?
That's good to hear. Okay, pay me and I'm in.
You pay, I work. What's the job?
I'm good.
Fellow businessman.
I'm enjoying this horror
I'm
game.
Vincent. But you can
It's
call
an
me Vince.
action-adventure
First task is to
mystery
find the ship's
horror
log
video
for
game.
Pride.
Big
Charles
mouthful there,
Reed.
but it's good.
A few questions, if I may.
Sure.
But what are we helping him with?
Why are you looking for a ship log?
Maybe I'll tell you when the job is done. Right now, you don't need to know.
In my line of work,
Oh, okay.
you don't get far without appreciating the need for privacy. I understand.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
What can you tell me about the Pride? I'm gonna need somewhere to start.
Mostly rumors. The captain was an exemplary patriot. Always had a flag with him. His last shipment may have been chemicals and metal.
It could be resting on the seabed 1,000 miles away. What makes you
I wouldn't waste my money on you unless I had hope. Local drunkards say they saw the barge on the sunken road near the fish market.
Good. I'll check the place and bring you the Pride's ship log if it's still there.
Oh no.
See you
Oh, I think
later.
this is a mission that we have to go underwater in. Okay. Well, that's a side mission, so we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it and we're just gonna continue with this one. We're gonna leave that. Where do these people come from? Alright, where we going? We're here. We need to get to this boat. I think we're in the wrong area. The music and the sound effects in the game, they really add to the horror theme. You'll be in an area and there's just suspenseful music and you're like, what? Are they fighting? Can I break the fight up? Interesting. Oh, they're punching! Could I possibly...
Eagle and Ting. Don't do Eagle and Ting.
Oh, okay. Which way? Where's the hospital? Oh, it's all the way over there. Maybe it's best if we go for a little joyride. So go all the way here. Maybe we could avoid this infested area. So we'll go up through here and then we'll have to, but we're gonna have to swim across. Unless there's another boat. Surely there's a boat here. We'll find out. I'm very intrigued to see what's underneath this water. I mean, obviously, the ground level. But if there's any creatures or anything underneath, like that'll be really interesting to see. Wow, we're as high as the signs. That's just crazy. This is our turn. Yeah. Oh wow, someone's actually fishing. Good luck. Good luck with that. See, like, how do they move around? He obviously isn't doing too well. Another infested area. Okay, can I like sneak and see? I don't know if there's gonna be a boat on the other side. You know what? Let's just go. We're feeling risky. Oh, they're already spawning. Go, run. Run. Wait, which way am I running to? Alright, we just need to get across here somewhere. Is there a boat though? Oh! Yay, there's a boat! I don't think they can climb over. Oh, well. Okay, we're gonna go. Okay. So now we just need to go straight forward. Look at that poor person, they're trapped there. They're obviously going insane. Yeah, no, we've got to keep moving. What's he doing?
Get that rock out of here. We're scared.
What's your problem?
Get that rock out of here.
Yeah, I don't like to stay in one place for too long. So we've got to find this hospital. Can I climb that high? No. Oh, it's on the other side. We'll just walk around the block, taking the scenery. Oh, we can go in here. What's in here? Oh, is this it? No, it's not. But this is something else. Are we invading someone's house? Ooh. Okay. We gotta go to the hospital. We don't have time to waste. It's that like eerie and just... Oh, this is an infested area. Okay. Yeah, it's very eerie and very dark that some of the people look like they're actually zombies. So the hospital should be here. I'm honestly surprised there's still a running and working hospital. That's just crazy. Alright, so we're here. Finally inside. So we need to not yet, furry fighter, not
Patient
yet.
or visitor? Hold on. Let Dr. Grant guess. A visitor. Though you are a bit pale, you don't have a headache, do you?
Should we say yes a bit?
The usual. Nothing to write home about.
Ah, a chronic headache sufferer. Fascinating. By coincidence, did you know that all of us are infected by helminth? Your headaches could indicate that they have infested your brain.
That's news to me, Doc. Sounds serious.
May I suggest you...
I think I'll pass, Doc. I played lab rat in an asylum in Boston.
Oh, what a pity. It seems as though your brain is already too damaged by the helminth.
Yes, it is a horror game. It is a horror game, so there will be, but just not yet. Not yet.
I'm looking for a man. Just checked in. Cut up pretty bad.
I've got a trauma unit full of patients like that, sir.
Wow, okay.
Okay, this might ring a bell. My guy has a deep axe wound in his shoulder.
Sir, I really don't have time for rifling through paperwork, but you're welcome to take a look at our archive.
Okay. He went from being so nice to the opposite. Because we said no to being his lab rat.
It looks like hard work in these conditions.
Well, yes, actually. But it may result in close contact with the wilds. Is that going to be...
I'm prepared to face men.
Ah, I can see it in your eyes. Well, I have taken it upon myself to... One concerns the multi-handed creatures, and the other, the vomiting humanoids.
No. He's only nice when we're helping him.
Those hideous wretches seem almost human. But what could turn one into such a monstrosity?
Jim Bells, a patient of mine, was admitted to hospital with symptoms resembling cholera, but he turned into one of those things. Incredible. Here's the address.
How is it incredible?
Find out what happened.
What have you found out about the multi-handed beasts?
One of my patients saw them in his nightmares before the flood. I can't visit him, but he must know something. Here...
Alright, so that's like... Bye. That's more side missions that we can do. But let's access these archives. So we're looking for subjects. So it's obviously going to be a patient. Period would be after the flood. And department, I'm guessing surgery? Here we go. Oh wait, that doesn't seem right. So he's the only survivor from maybe Grimhaven Bay. No information. That was it. Well, we found it. Okay. So let's go to casebook. Here we go. So we still haven't found him. Peter Oakmont, multiple burns and fragmentation wounds to chest and face as a result of explosion. Deep cut to, oh, here we go, Joseph Willow, that's him. So he's 39 years old, he's a male, and he's a newcomer. Deep cut wound to left shoulder, broken collarbone, fractured scapula, whoa, okay, wound stitched, fracture set and bandaged, no trace of infection evident, prognosis good, bed rest recommended. So if we go here, so dialogue will help us continue
Be
to find
safe.
information.
We don't have any free beds left.
So maybe he's here somewhere. Patient wards, floor 2 and 3. So we're gonna go upstairs. It's a very clean hospital, I have to say. There's an empty bed right there. Oh, that looks like it's him.
What happened to you, mister?
Pete.
No, it's not.
Explosion. Fishing with dynamite. Hurts talking.
Fishing with dynamite, huh?
I'm sure. Oh, please.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, my stomach. I ain't never eaten leeches ever again, no sir.
Are we missing? We're missing a patient. Can we like break this? No. So there's another floor of patients. Maybe, if we're lucky, he's up here somewhere. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeesh. I'm just looking for someone. Captain Sanders.
That's him.
Captain Sanders. Never heard of him. I'm Joseph Willow. You should probably look somewhere else.
That's him. You think the Hulk used the toilet? Probably. Probably.
That's funny. The records say you were admitted for an axe wound, just like a certain Captain Sanders got in the port massacre.
Lucky they update the files straight away.
Oh, to the depths with it. Who sent you?
I'm asking the questions here, pal.
Yeah, well, first tell me who you are.
Charles Reed, Private
Private
Eye.
Eye.
Throgmorton wants to know what happened to his lost expedition.
So Throgmorton came looking at last. I knew someone like you would find me sooner or later.
So what happened to the expedition? Let's ask them
What
what
were
they're
you
looking for.
underwater?
The cause of all this. The stones, the flood, the monsters. The scientists found cracks on the seabed. They were working on some theory of how it connected to the madness.
The ocean floor splits open and that means hysteria on land. Really?
That could make
We spent
sense.
days over the cracks. We heard things.
I think it'd be an understatement to say your expedition met with disaster.
There are things that should never be found, Mr. Reed. I only wish I'd known that then. They'd still be alive. The scientists, my crew. None of them deserved what
died.
happened to them.
I was on the Titania before I came here. It seems you were all hitting the bottle pretty hard. Why?
To stop them from rioting. To save them from despair. After those dives, anyone would turn to drink.
So, the diving did a number on your crew.
I don't know. They were calm until we docked, and then they lost it.
Did you know Albert Throgmorton made it to shore?
Albert survived?
But he's dead.
Is he here?
No. He didn't make it. He's dead as the rest. Murdered in the port. But what about the others?
I don't know. My crew left them down there, underwater. I ordered a rescue attempt, but they threatened mutiny.
So they're still underwater? Wow.
You've got a good reason for leaving the expedition to die, right?
You weren't there. Day after day on that ship, it was a horror, Mr. Reed. We saw things. Not one of us dared sleep. It was an expedition into...
Tell me what happened on the last dive.
Tell us.
We had a system. The divers go down, then come up at a prearranged time. But not one surfaced that day. In the end, I sent a team to check. They returned with Albert, but all were half mad with fear.
Could you take me out to where the last dive took place?
No.
No.
You're gonna have to dive
You
in the
can't
water.
follow them, Mr. Reed. It's suicide. Worse than suicide.
I'm a Navy diver, Captain. And with all due respect, I'm not afraid of boogeymen.
Oh, but I am.
Care.
I am.
I'm not taking you there. And besides, you'll never follow them without proper equipment.
Do you know where I can get a good diving suit?
My men got theirs from a local factory. If you're that bullheaded, I'll write down the address.
Where's the logbook from the Titania?
Well, I had it with me, but I was all out of it by the time I got here. I remember the surgery ward. When I came round, my things were gone.
Ooh, someone took
Get
it.
better soon.
Bye. Alright. Wow, that was a lot to take in. So, I know where this is leading now. We're going to have to dive underwater. Which... it's exciting when you look at the story, but it's scary. So scary for me. What happened to this person?
Scratch me. Please, please. Just here. This itching is driving me
I'm okay,
insane.
thank you. Who's this person? Must be a nurse. Okay. Maybe we can craft some things. If we go inventory. I feel like we should heal ourselves. Enderlord, hey, how you going? And thank you so much for following. Really appreciate it. Alright, so we've crafted things, so let's get those materials back. We got him. Alright, so we've spoken to the captain. Let's get out of here. We need to check out our Mind Palace. So Mind Palace pretty much holds all the clues that you get, you pick up through your exploration, and you can pretty much make deductions with them. So we've got the wounded sailor, the crazy crew. We still have the burned document, so we're not sure where that goes yet. So the Titania crew went mad and started a massacre in the plot. And it started a massacre in the port as a result. So our casebook. So Sanders informed me of the expedition. The coordinates of these anchor points may be in the ship's log. So he brought it in with him to the hospital. But the last place he remembered was a surgery ward. So let's get this evidence. So let's find the surgery ward. Okay, it's the bathroom. It said it on the sign. Okay, so basement. It's got to be here somewhere. There we go. Okay. So, crew complaining of noises and no sleep, fish behaving strangely. We reached a crew reporting hallucination. Found an air pocket in the caverns near the Devil's Teeth. Close to the city. Alright, so found an air pocket. Found an air pocket in the caverns near Devil's Teeth. Where's the map? Devil's Teeth. Okay, so that's where we've got to go. Wait, let's delete. All evidence collected. Let's get out of here. This place is creepy. I like that it tells you that you've collected all the evidence, because it saves you wandering around, like scratching your head like what's left to do. It tells you so you can gladly move on. So diving suit factory, that's where we've got to go next. We got the final dive anchor point. Okay. So Sanders sent men to purchase diving suits from the factory, which is located in Western... What was that noise? In Western Grimhaven. On C. Smith Avenue between Levi Coffin Avenue and Deep Shore Road. Okay. Western Grimhaven Bay. Let's go map. Back down here. So we're looking for... I don't see the streets. Here. Oh, it's in water. Where was it? On Smith Street, wasn't it? So if we go Casebook, in west on C. Smith's Avenue between Levi Coffin and Deep Shore Road. So that is here. It's got to be there. Wait, it said Deep Shore Road though. Oh yeah, okay. We just set the marker there. So at the moment, we're all the way over here. So we need to somehow get all the way over there. So what we'll do is we'll come down through here. We know that there's a boat. We left the boat there. So we can take the boat all the way down. So let's get out of here. The music is terrifying. Okay. Oh, there's a pram with an octopus in it. Lovely. Yeah, the people, they walk like zombies. So we just have to turn right and go all the way down. Keep going. Me, do I need to get glasses? How are we going? So it's gonna stop here. I hope there's another boat. No, I said it. Yeah, okay. Maybe I do. Or should we go down? So we're gonna turn left and then go down this way. We turn left. Oh, why is the music like that? Then we're going to turn right. So just say you needed to get to one area to the next, and there's just a short distance of water. You can swim, but it is not recommended because your sanity levels will go down. Oh, yes, for sure, I agree with you. Why would they put an octopus in there? I mean, look where we are. We have seen some crazy things, so it's not that like unexpected. I mean, look at this town. Like, it's just crazy. I want to know. I want to get to the bottom of things. I want to know what's happened, why it's happened, and how it happened. You know, I really want to see them unravel the story and see how they incorporate H.P. Lovecraft's theme of horror into this, and I want to uncover all the mystery, all the lore. Like, I'm so intrigued. I think that's what's great about the game, is that it intrigues you. It pulls you in to learn more about what's happening, because it's just mystery and just crazy. Alright, we're almost there. Almost there. Just keep rowing. I think it's rowing. Almost there. They're still fighting. They're still fighting. Oh no, they're not. They're just... Is he gonna hit me? Alright, we're almost there. I really hope there's a boat for us. Does he do the same? Does he like react? He does.
No, he's mad. He's completely mad.
They're calling me mad.
He's mad. He's completely mad.
Oh, look. Oh, that's perfect. What type of fish are they going to get from this, though? I don't think the fish is, like, safe to eat. Oh, well, that's their business. Yeah, I know. How funny is that? He's mad. He's completely mad. Can we push him in the water? Why am I being disruptive for? To let them fish in peace. So is this not the factory? Maybe it's on the other side. So any like crate that has like a marking on it, you can actually gather resources from there. Can we climb? Go, go, climb. I would like knock them off, but you can't. They're like glued down. Not very nice, but it'd be really funny to see. Where's his factory? Oh, we saw that. We got some alcohol. Oh, that could be it. Oh. Oh no. What? Will it come out? Oh, it does too. Oh, no, no, no. Okay, it's dead. What? Why are you hitting me for? I just saved you. I don't understand. There's another one. I literally saved this guy and he's punching me.
Knock it off.
I don't get it. He's still chasing me. Is there more of those creatures? He's following me. Why? Can I defend myself? What happens if I do? But I've got something that can potentially kill him. Is it because I pulled out a weapon? Is he stopped? This is too good. I don't know. Can I keep going? Will he follow me? Buddy! Oh. No, he wants to punch on! Look, I can defend myself if needed. Why are you hitting me? Oh, has he been attacked? Is he not in control? Okay, what just happened? Did I? Alright, okay. So I've obviously done something bad. I shouldn't have killed him. Now I'm being chased by something even more dangerous. Is my sanity levels gonna go up, or do I have to... What if I take... No! They're still low! I'm running. Now I've done it? Yeah, what have I done? Okay. Note to self, if someone attacks you, just... No! What is he doing? What are you doing? Take the high road. Okay, we do not attack back. That was just very wrong. Alright. Where's the dead body? I'm sorry. Can I apologize? So, I think we should have just ran away. We've obviously killed someone, and I don't think we're supposed to kill the citizens of Oakmont. Yeah, a bit too late. A bit too late. Yeah, I should probably heal myself. And I should probably craft some more. So let's quickly craft these. It's cool that you can craft on the go, but I need more alcohol. That's okay. Thank you for that, Burn for Eternity. I figured, but I didn't. I thought it would be okay because I was being attacked, but it looks like we're supposed to not engage and just run away. What have we got? Oh, we got some pistol rounds. What's underneath? What is that? Does anything happen if I take a photo of it? No. No, nothing. Let's just get our weapon out. Ready? Yeah, I'm not too sure, Furry. That didn't sound good. Is someone waiting for me? depends on the area. Okay. Let's craft some things. Okay. Alright, let's just get out of here. This place is really creeping me out. What is happening? I'm really scared. But how do I access it? Can I bash it? This is it's intriguing. Oh, what does that say? I thought it said open. It doesn't. I have no idea what that says. There's a hidden path here, but how do I get there? We didn't fully investigate the other side. Let's have a look. This is where the monsters came from. Oh, we got a first aid kit. Just sounds like there's monsters. There's something in there. So let's craft to get rid of some of our resources. But what will that hidden path take me to? Can I jump? So I'm guessing I go down here. Wow, it's just, what's happening? So it gets very crazy around here. What's that noise? Oh, there we go. I knew there was something suspicious about this wall. Did I want to come in here? That doll's really creepy looking. Is that all? Alright, good, because we're out of here. We are so out of here. Okay, good. Good. No wonder why we got attacked outside of, like, that area. That guy was probably... The one that attacked us probably belonged to the cult. Ah, so look at the sign. Okay, it makes sense now. Okay. So various markings on the wall will obviously indicate certain things. So we are still trying to find the diving suit factory. So it's Western Grimhaven Bay on Smith Avenue. So it's on this street here. Between Levi Coffin and Deep Shore Road. So Levi Coffin goes here. Deep Shore Road's here. So it's between here somewhere. So we obviously have to travel by boat, or maybe that ramp goes above, over it. I'm facing the wrong way. Very dark now. But it's down there. Okay, I need to get a boat. I did see a boat somewhere. Now I can't remember where I saw it. Is it here? Oh, it's right there. Right there. Oh, finally. Oh! The way that they... No, we're not swimming bird. No. The way that they, like, quickly hop to one side is creepy. And the way they disappear as well.
This wouldn't even hold air for a minute.
Something's down there. Is it water? Yeah, we're not going down. No, no way. I can hear something swimming in that water.
I'm not trusting my life to a rusty suit.
I'm glad we're on the same page. This one looks cool. Okay, we ended up taking a diving suit though. Okay. So... a diving suit of the same type we use in the Navy. Old but in good state. I should be good down to about 100 meters in it. Where did he put it? The suit? I have no idea. Let's go Mind Palace. Yeah. So we've got to use the item. He has awesome deep pockets. He does hold a lot of things. Do we have to go back to our home and get the outfit from there? Oh, I've got 2 knowledge points. Okay, let's spend them. Let's go back. So we can maybe Viger. We haven't really had a good fight yet where we've needed that though. Well, besides the one we had before, but that was not necessary. That might be good. Choose wisely. Okay. Maybe this one? I don't know. Remain sane for much longer. Choose wisely. All this pressure. What do I choose? Okay. Okay, I feel like sanity is a really big thing in this game. So, look, I'm going to spend it one here. Maybe carry up to 25 more pieces of crafting materials. I don't know. I don't think we need that right now. Is that a shotgun? Oh, it's a battle rifle. That looks so cool. Okay, I haven't used traps yet, so we're gonna leave that. Maybe this one. Yeah, okay, I did it. Too late. Too late. So, what I'm thinking is we'll grab these items first. And then do we go back home? Where's our home? There. So a diving suit of the same type. I should be good down to about 100 meters in it. So we have the diving suit. The expedition's final dive was made near a cluster of underwater rocks. Okay, but are we traveling by ourselves or are we using the captain? Alright, let's just get to this. Maybe he'll be there. Maybe he'll change his mind and be like, look, I'm going to take you there. So what we need to do now is we need to somehow get here. And there's a boat. Boat to Devil's Teeth. Okay, looks like we're going here. Yes, the captain is injured. He's at the hospital. Do I go by myself? I don't know. Let's figure it out. Ooh, I can hear something moving in the water. Anyway, let's just get out of here. We don't want to find out what it is. Did we leave anything behind? Okay, which way are we going? The locals are really into fishing. I think that's their way of, like, that's their... Oh, we gotta go the other side. Alright. That's their way of eating and surviving, pretty much. That was a quick journey. Didn't take too long. Can I join? No? Their hands were literally in the fire. Oh, okay. They scared me, not gonna lie. We'll just keep going. So as you guys would have seen by now, it is an open world detective game. We can pretty much go anywhere we want. Not sure if we would want to go into some areas as they are infested. Oh, I passed the entry. No, here it is. And there's lots of things to do. Lots of things. So yeah, it is an open investigation system where our outcome is determined by how observant we are, how well we do with evidence. Is that where the boat is? Yep.
The mayor's cursed these days.
Okay, so the captain isn't here. I thought he would want to help us.
Cape Cod. There were marks here, but they've been erased.
Maybe we are supposed to go see the captain. Oh, maybe not. Okay, so I was hired to find any other expedition members dead or alive. We know most of them have been dead, found dead. Oh, we're here already? What? Okay. I'm really nervous. Look at the rock. Oh, that's just the lights. Uh-oh. It's happening. Oh, no. Okay. Have fun. No, don't say that. I've got like half an hour left of this as well. Oh, I'm excited but so nervous at the same time. Okay. That's what's good about a game. Like if it can have you excited, scared, and feeling all these different emotions, then it's a great game. And this is one of those games. I mean, like, I want to keep going. I want to find out this. I want to know what is causing all of this hysteria and this just craziness. Like, I need to know, but then I'm happy to sit back and let someone else do it. Now, we're definitely going to have some fun now. Don't forget, we are playing on the Xbox One X, and it is available at your local retailer. So we've got some really cool links in our description, so make sure you check them out. And we're about to jump in. Wish me luck. Oh, wow, we actually control this part, okay.
The chemical lamps are nearly spent, but I reckon I can still follow them.
Okay, diving. We need to read this information. So the harpoon stuns hostile creatures for a short time. Flares light your way can distract hostile creatures. Oh, so there's creatures here. RB if damaged, hold to slowly recover diving suit's pressure. Yeah, I know. Okay, so we've got RB ready. So wait, what does what? So the harpoon stuns hostile creatures and the flares light our way. Okay. Do we, like, can we stay here as long as possible?
This stone isn't natural. Could it be a statue?
Did I light it? Maybe I shouldn't have done that. What happens if I get lost? Okay, I don't know where I'm supposed to be going. There's no map. There's no map. Okay. What is that? That does not look natural. It's a friend. Is it gonna pop up? Look, I'm just gonna go the other way. Oh, there's a ship there. If you're bold enough to try. Try what? What am I trying? Saying hello to my friend? Oh, wow. Oh, I cannot believe I've made it this far. Doesn't even give me the option to go back up. That's not fair. What if I've had enough?
The chemical lamps are nearly spent, but I reckon I can still follow them.
Oh, we've got to follow them. Okay. So I have to go that way. Oh, okay. Alright. I've got to follow these lamps. What happens if I just close my eyes and just not look? So how's everyone going today? Oh well. Someone didn't make it. Their hatch is there. The creature's there again. Is it gonna attack me? What happens if I throw a flare? I'm feeling risky. Let's do it. It didn't really notice me. Or did it? I can't tell. Where do I go from here? Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh. Okay. I need to sit back for a second, let my sanity, both myself and the characters, go up. Okay. That scared me. Shoot a harpoon? There's obviously a dead body there. Because there's a disturbing scene. What do I shoot a harpoon at? Oh wow. Okay. I'm just gonna do it. Wait, where's the creature? I don't see it. Is it above me? Look, I know we said that we're not afraid of the boogeyman. I mean, Reed isn't, but I sure am. Alright, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna watch on the little screen. How are we supposed to get back up? Can we... How do we get up? We cannot get up. That's it. Once we go down... You don't. Thank you for telling me that. If I had known, I would never have come down. Oh, wow. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Am I stuck? No. My sanity is decreasing rapidly. Okay.
I'll see you with you. No! You! No!
I have to face that? My sanity is so low. I've got to no! Something's gonna happen. I'm gonna die. Okay, it's increasing. Oh, it's bright. It's bright. Okay, this is good. Oh, okay, so I'm pretty sure there was a big creature there. That doesn't look promising. Oh, great. Alright, what's happening? Oh! We're out. Thank goodness. Okay. But something's gonna definitely pop up. What is that? Is that a person? It's a person!
The scientists didn't even take their tools with them.
They've obviously gone crazy.
Gods lean over us. Gods crawl in us. Gods who have marked me as their aphid.
suits are all cut up.
Doesn't sound very good. There's a person.
A ritual knife and a cult sign. I think I better show Mr. Throgmorton.
I'm gonna take a photo.
Sancta Mare.
Hark, he comes! The sacred full-bellied bearer of splendor. Take me, make me, I
Everyone
beg
is
you.
crazy in this game.
Bearer of what? Who are you talking to? What happened?
Our eyes, first, second, third, opened by the aura. You see much, yet do not see the splendid shell of the white virgin here sleeping.
Cut the horse crap. Give me a straight answer.
Nonsense. But it is meaning that is meaningless. Open yourself. Walk. Listen. Wake. You holy worm. Take his skin
We're a holy
and
worm.
skull for your home. Take my worship and
I like
grant
the
your
detail
kindness.
they've gone into with
you.
like characters. So he looks like he's gone mad, and you can really tell that from his appearance and the way he's moving around as well. What is
You
this
see
statue?
now, do you? The splendid horror of the truth.
Does he react? He doesn't even react to me holding a gun.
You see now, do you? The splendid horror of the truth.
Was I supposed to take a photo of that? Or I put the camera on it? Can you oh! Oh! You can! I didn't think you would. Note to self, do not lean over edges, you will die. Do we respawn? So we never died. Okay. What's gonna happen? You know, it's good that I can answer my own questions. And it's good for you guys as well. So you're probably wondering, oh, can you like fall? Yes, you can. But what happens after that, I don't know. We're gonna find out in a few seconds. Okay. Oh, we start back here.
The scientists didn't even take their tools with them.
Gods lean over us. Gods crawl in us.
The suits are all cut up.
Wow. So mysterious.
Sancta Mare.
You see now, do you?
Eyes.
The splendid horror of the truth.
Okay. So we are not going so close to that ledge. Wow, wait, if you look at that, it looks like a creature with wings. Like, I don't know, it looks so odd. Oh, we almost fell off. What is that over there? So let's go to our mind palace. Madness emanates from the scientists. So there's something odd about being in the presence of these scientists. I feel my grip on reality slip when I'm near them. Okay, so I have to abandon the survivors. Their infectious madness is too dangerous to bring to the surface. They knew the risks. I can't leave the survivors to die here, even if their madness may influence others. Oh, another choice that we have to make. So, do we save them? Do we save or abandon? I mean, everyone on the surface is already crazy. Maybe we can get more information out of them. The outbreak of madness on the Titania was caused by Albert's presence. The crew exiled him on... Oh, okay. True. Okay, so now that we've put that information together, so Albert was the source of the madness, so it probably is safe to abandon them. We don't want to risk more people getting killed. I mean, they're already crazy as it is upstairs, but they're not the type of crazy that these guys are. Okay, so we've made some deductions. Now, do we get out of here? It's probably a good thing to get out of here.
You see now, do you? The splendid horror of the truth.
So there's something odd here. That's so creepy. Oh, there we go.
A perfectly preserved artifact. Was it the focus of their worship?
Here we go. So let's see what happens.
Forget them! Get the seed and the seal now!
Okay. What? It's shivering. This... No! Get away from me!
So we've got to try to place these order of events in order. We'll figure out the order of events.
We enter the temple the moment they take the key seal. Get ready to cut up their diving suits.
I think I'm starting to get the picture.
Okay. So So is this one?
We enter the temple the moment they take the key seal. Get ready to cut up their diving suits. Forget them! Get the seed and the seal now!
Okay. What? It's shivering. This... No! Get away from me!
What's wrong? I feel like this is first.
Okay. What? It's shivering. This... No! Get away!
We enter the temple the moment they take the... Forget them! Get the seed and the seal now!
No, wrong. So, okay, that has to be first.
What? It's shivering.
This is second.
Forget them! Get the seed and the seal now! We enter the temple the moment they take the key seal. Get ready to cut up their diving suits. We enter the temple the moment they take the key seal. Get ready to cut up their diving suits.
Okay, this is it now. This has to be it.
It's shivering.
Forget them! Get the seed and the seal now!
Yay!
Expedition found
Finally,
an artifact
thanks,
that
Burn.
drove
Thank
them
you.
mad. Then the Innsmouthers stole it and the professor in one go.
Okay. So we put 2 and 2 together. Oh, all of this, okay. So it's too dangerous to save the survivors. The Innsmouthers or Harriet must have the answers about this madness. Yes. Now we can get out of here! Yay! But I feel like on our way back, it's not going to be a smooth ride. But we'll figure it out. Oh no. Not again! Alright. Oh, there we go. Easy peasy. But something's gonna happen. We're going crazy. Oh, we're back. That was so good. We didn't have to really fight anything, which is awesome. Imagine we fall in the water. Yeah, no thanks. Now that we know that we can fall off ledges, we're going to stay clear of that. Avoid the water. So we need to find these Innsmouthers, if that's what they're called, and this doctor that they've taken, because they have the truth. And we've collapsed again. Oh, why is the water around us? Are we in a dream? I wonder if someone will help us this time. Who changed us? We were in different clothes. So the story that we've put together so far has been really crazy. You know, the son goes missing. He went on an expedition. We found the son. He was murdered. And I think we let the murderer go. He said he didn't do it, but I mean, he didn't know he was doing it. But now that we're seeing that his race of people are behind all of this and you know, they're doing some bad things, kind of questioning my decision to let him go. Ooh, the day wear's cool. So if we go to our casebook, do we have to go speak to someone? Who are we speaking to though?
I'm watching you, newcomer.
He's not very friendly, is he? Here we go. So that's where we want to go. Can we go by foot? No, there's a part where we cannot, but we'll keep going. Wait, where's the dock for this? Kind of stuck. Alright, there we go. Thank you. I hope it just stays there. I'm surprised there's still power. Okay, looks like we gotta go around. We got a foot trap.
For your sins and repent. K Almighty will punish the wretched by sending.
I really want to see their manor. Like, I want to see the house and what type of environment it's going to be in. Is it the same? Probably the same. Is he dead? Oh. Wow. He's just trying to sleep. It's sad that, you know, these people live like this, but I know it's a video game. But yeah, just seeing, like, I don't know, I just want to find out what's happened, what's causing this. We're getting there though. And like how it affects us as well, because we weren't in Oakmont and we were getting these visions, these nightmares. There's a sign there. I'm gonna leave that for now. So it takes us straight to it. How did a boat get here? It's not that different. Although the people here look a lot... They look different compared to what we were seeing before. Oh, nice house.
Have a good day. I've got news, Mr. Throgmorton. The expedition members are alive. They're on the seabed in the sunken ruins. Some sort of ancient temple. They have enough air, but we need to hurry.
What happened? Why didn't the sailors help them?
Fickle sub said, thank you so much for following. Really appreciated.
The crew of the Titanium mutinied against Sanders. The only man who escaped was
But
your
I thought we
son.
decided
They put him on
not
a
to
lifeboat.
help them. Why did
The
I choose that
mutineers
option?
will face justice. Throwing Albert to the whims of the sea, he will be avenged.
I'm afraid that's not...
What? As did...
The Innsmouthers. They knew about the temple. They waited there, hiding until the professor took what the Innsmouthers call the seal.
But how did they manage to catch my scientists off guard?
Can they swim?
It seems that after the seal was taken from its place, everyone in the expedition suffered some kind of mental breakdown. The Innsmouthers must have known about that, waited for the right moment. Then they made off with Professor Dell and the
Sneaky guys,
artifact.
sneaky.
Drock. The Innsmouthers. Do you have proof they were involved?
One of the attackers was killed by a member of the expedition. I have a photo.
My expedition failed. My boy was killed. This is more than personal, Mr. Reed. This is a threat to everyone.
They have Harriet, and the artifact she found, but she may still be alive.
That's why I hesitate to wipe their fish-faced kin from Oakmont this instant. But we won't sit idle. Find them, Mr. Reed. Not the grunts, but their leaders. Infiltrate their ranks if need be. Bring me my professor back.
What do I get out of this?
This smells of trouble. Innsmouthers seem irritable, and my doctor says that drowning's not too good for me. So, why should I help?
I'll pay you a decent sum for this job. And you came here to look into the madness, correct? Professor Doe shares those visions. She found something inside the ruins, and now they have her.
But what if she's gone
knows
crazy?
something crucial, I'm
We
certain.
don't know.
There's also a more delicate matter.
I can be delicate when it...
I have a colleague, you might say.
I'm a detective, Mr. Throg.
I don't care for your insinuation, Mr. Reed. I would never be so crass as to hire a thief. I had a meeting arranged with Herbert. One of great importance, shall we say. Wanted...
Sounds simple enough. Okay, I'll do it.
Have you
Very
started
good,
playing
Mr.
Fickle?
Reed.
It's pretty
There
cool.
is one
It's so
final
intriguing. Like, I
detail.
want to learn more.
This
But
case
then
must
I'm
remain
excited and
secret,
scared at the
and you
same
must not
time. It's
reveal
good.
to anyone for whom you are working. Indeed. Here is Herbert's address and in
Have a good day.
Have a good day. Alright, so we finished Lost Sea. Case is complete. Case closed. I've always wanted to say that. And now we've got another new case and we've also got a side case as well. But it is a great game, definitely a great game, especially if you are into the whole action adventure and then mystery horror like themes. You will love this. It's so cool. It's kept us on the edge of our seat. We had it 2 jumps before, so it's good, and I'm super excited to dive more into the game, like dive, because we're going to be doing a lot of diving underwater, which yeah, it's quite frightening, but it's going to be fun at the same time. But yeah, unfortunately, I do have to stop there. We'll be continuing this, so I'll be back on Thursday to dive into the story more and maybe, possibly, he heard me say that, find out what is causing this madness. I'm so excited to find out, and I'm sure you guys are too. So make sure you do check out your local retailers or check out the links in our description, as the game is awesome and it is available, and you're definitely going to love it. So make sure you guys check it out. As always, thank you so much for sticking around, and for those that followed, it is really appreciated. We will see you tomorrow. I hope I don't have any nightmares like these guys, that's for sure. Thank you. Have an awesome night, you guys as well, and we'll see you tomorrow.